Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I'd just like to start by saying thank you so much for all your support on my channel. For your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, donations and coffees. It really means a lot and helps me keep the channel going. If you'd like a private reading, they're currently available and the link to my shop is in the description box below. So I've been guided to do a part 2 reading in terms of weather manipulation. You may have seen my first reading on that. If not, you may wish to check it out if you wish. A few things came through last night, that's why I've been guided to do this. Firstly, I still feel it's happening. Behind the scenes, it's like a spiritual battle. I did mention that in my first reading. Some of you may notice it in the weather, that it's very strange. We've had no sun at times for a very long time. What I've noticed this week is, and other weeks as well, but I've really noticed it this week, is like a couple of days where it's really dense and heavy energy. Not only the energy of the collective, but also the atmosphere, if I've gone out. And then it lifts and it's a lot lighter. Now, whether that's to do with what they're pumping out there into the air, makes it very heavy and then it kind of dissipates. It could be that. I still feel they're doing it, by the way, just want to put that out there. However, behind the scenes, things are happening that we're not aware of, and that's what we're going to look at in this reading. I do feel that investigations are happening. And last night I had a vision of a pilot. He was on the ground at the end of his plane. He was in military uniform and he was being questioned in terms of what was in the plane. So I do believe that's been happening, and sometimes they've been stopped. It's interesting, I saw him in military uniform. So there's something there around the military. And I have mentioned in my readings that I've noticed over the past few months more military aircraft in the skies. I know some of you have said the same. So that's quite interesting in terms of who it is that's potentially doing it. I do feel there's two sides. There's obviously, like normal, we've got the light hats and the dark forces here. So I'm going to start by looking at the energy around this. First of all, just what does Spirit want to tell us? Wow. That flipped out right away, so we'll take that. And these. Well, it's interesting, we've got two chakras. First of all, the heart chakra and the solar plexus. Now with this I'm getting health. Because as I said about the fact that I've been feeling at times a very dense energy out there. I have even at times felt stuff in the air that I feel has made people poorly, and that really links with the solar plexus. So stomach issues for some people, maybe breathing, maybe heart issues as a result. Got to put that out there. I think I mentioned in my first reading, I noticed once I went to the park and I just felt this stuff in the air. It smelt of sickness, if that makes sense, and I quickly walked away. But I did, unfortunately, have an issue after that for a while. So just be mindful, obviously don't drop into fear, because I feel some people have done that. Go about your normal everyday life, but just be mindful of the energy and the atmosphere. We do, though, have yin-yang, which is really positive. So this is showing things are now balancing between the light and dark. As I just mentioned, the light hats, dark forces, where the dark forces have been in control, that's now balancing out with what's going on behind the scenes. It's people who are light hats, as I said, they're acting from an open heart. We got blossoming abundance in reverse. So for some of them, you know, for the dark forces, there's been an agenda. They've put a lot of money into what they've been doing, but they're losing out with this in reverse. So things are shifting, but it's still happening. I'm also getting with that one. We're not quite there. We've got angels working behind the scenes here as well, making things happen. You might sometimes see light around you, sparkles of light. That can show an angel around you. I'm being guided to the light in the sky. So, you know, obviously what's been going on recently with lights and things in the sky. I'm not really going to go into that in too much detail. I did say in quite a few of my past predictions that we'd start to see things in the sky. It's funny how that's now happening. But part of it is a distraction. I do feel it's part of what's going on behind the scenes though, as well, in terms of this battle. Yeah, see, bottom of the deck, man holding a coin. So there's the Emperor behind the scenes who's been making this weather manipulation happen for a long time, very wealthy, paying different people. I feel it's a few different companies, that's what I'm just suddenly channeling, to do what they do. But they're now in this energy, blossoming abundance in reverse, because things are balancing out in the world. We've got this spiritual battle happening. So I'm going to clarify now with some tarot, just the energy of what's going on. Just been guided to look under there. Wow. Everyone. That energy who's been in control has some financial constraints, which links with that card. See, one door's closed, so they've partly been blocked already. I'm feeling. Okay, that's interesting. Now, the first card here is showing us the two different forces that I mentioned. This person's blindfolded, so people don't know this is going on. See, the swords are pointing to the sky. So it's happening in the sky. As I said about those lights, it could very well be that those lights, aircraft we're seeing in the sky, are the two different forces at play. There are some challenges there at the moment though, in terms of fully putting a stop to this. But we've also got the Four of Wands, which shows success, stability. There are two energies in particular. It's interesting we have the two angels there. So it's like two light workers, I'm getting now, with the angels. Earth angels. Who are doing this for people's health. They're acting from the heart to put a stop to this. Now this has come out on yin yang. That's interesting. There's still, wow. I was guided to this deck for a reason, clearly, usually happens. See the two lights there in the sky? They're like stars, but they're like the aircraft that we see leaving their trails. Look at that. And this energy here is blocking it. This is showing someone standing in the way of what they're doing and stopping it, which is what I saw in my vision. Wow, everyone. So some energies are standing their ground. We've got the moon a lot, which shows deception. You know, but these energies know about that deception in terms of what they're doing. So that could be why sometimes we don't see as much activity in the sky than we do. You know, it's kind of on off, let's say. So there, yeah, I mean, there's the battle depicted in that card. Light versus dark up there in the sky. It's quite a challenge. There's a lot of, I'm hearing like lots of loopholes in terms of stopping them, getting beyond those energies to this energy here. That's, I feel, their sort of issue potentially. Wow, and this, yeah, this is clarifying. Blossoming abundance in reverse, same sort of meaning. Loss, sadness for those energies. Loss of finances mainly, in terms of what their agenda was. And we've got these two cups here, which I'm seeing as those two energies in particular, who are fighting this. Yeah, wow. I really was guided to this deck for a reason, because I'm seeing these cups on this, they're like on a stand. They're on the ground, they're not in the sky. These are what they've been spraying out in the sky, but see how they're grounded. It's like barrels, is what I'm seeing, and they'd like load them into the aircraft. So yeah, some of them have been stopped. Wow. Let's see anything else on what's happening. Lots of things. This is movement in the sky, first of all. But it's showing action, changes happening, communication. I'm just noticing behind these ones there are clouds and there's the sun. So again, this battle between the two, you know, in terms of like we want the sun, light workers trying to get the sun to come out, and the cloud showing, you know, not only confusion, deception, but what they've been doing in our sky. But behind this is the King of Cups. Someone very loving, caring, which links with the heart chakra there, who is making this happen behind the scenes. This could be someone abroad, because they're in a boat. They've been making this happen. Travel, there's a lot of travel coming out here, back and forth. I'm getting like meetings, secret meetings have been happening. And on top of that, we've got the Five of Swords, which can show tension, conflict. So yeah, the battle again. Wow, and notice here, we've got, it's like an aircraft in the sky. We've got parachutes there, which I'm seeing as like surrender. You know, they've been stopped, grounded. But the aircraft we're seeing, what I'm getting with that is that's caused some confusion for people on the ground who are seeing it, wondering what it is. It is something to do with what's happening though, with those parachutes. So they're like spying, surveying those planes, that's how they've done this. There's like some advanced technology there, I feel. But some people have dropped into fear. Wow. Seven of Swords as well. Lies, deception, betrayal. I'm getting a blocked throat chakra. So that's linking with that. Blocked people not being able to speak up. But see, this person's running away. This person who's been deceiving us, running away. Wow. And the cloud there is like an eagle. The eagle is a sign of seeing from a higher perspective, the divine. Someone here, higher authority, who I feel is this King of Cups, sees it all, and they're now running with those parachutes as well. Wow, everyone. And with the Hanged Man in reverse, the Hanged Man can show us being stuck, things being stuck, but it's reversed. So that's now changing. This is also about those energies being grounded, brought down. Now they're feeling stuck. See, the roles are reversing, which links with the yin yang. Tables are turning in the sky. I mean, it's amazing, I've got to say, the images we're getting here in the sky as clues. At the bottom of the deck we've got the Ace of Swords, which is about the truth. See, we've got clouds again, which can show confusion, uncertainty, and now the truth is coming out of that. So we will hear the truth. They have found out the truth as well, in terms of what's going on. I'm seeing that as a stalk, symbol of change. And see, it's so interesting again, the imagery. This side of the sky is clear. So a change is coming because the truth is coming out. Yeah, this has taken a long time. Some people have been very unhappy, because it's interesting, I was guided to say happy there. Yeah, two different things. So the dark energies have been happy in terms of what they've been doing, but a lot of people on the ground have been unhappy, seeing what's happening to nature. I'm getting like this has been planned for a long time by both forces. The dark forces, it's just been years. And then in terms of getting this truth out and stopping it, that's also been planned for a long time. So that's interesting with the Ace. New beginning here. I'm going to clarify now anything else behind the scenes we may know about this. It says success, which links with the Four of Wands, and we've got one energy here in particular making this happen. That King there. A 10 for completion of the burdens, end of those burdens for people. The truth coming out. Someone has all of that information ready to share. I'm also just hearing lawsuit. So that could be where this energy has the financial loss because of that. There are disagreements though. There's the tension again coming out between the two parties. So they're clearly communicating. But there's some, disagreements. that have been happening. However, I feel evidence has been gathered. That's what those aircraft were for. Yeah, again, this card says protector. There's someone in particular who wants to protect the world and the people, and that's that King of Cups there. Someone who's taken action. Very grounded energy, older gentleman. Yeah, acting from the heart. We've got an ace for a new beginning that they're creating for us. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I said in my vision I saw someone in a military uniform, and we've got soldier. And this is below disagreement. So there's military involved here. Definitely. And this person's got their arms folded, they're stubborn, so they don't want to shift. They don't want to let you in, don't want to let those energies in. They're trying to be defensive. However, I think they've received some correspondence with this letter here, and they're realising the time's up. Yeah, so this person who's invested could have invested in the military behind the scenes. And we've got that deceptive energy coming through again. See someone here running away. That's what's been happening. Some of them have been trying to run away because they know their time's up. They think they've got away with it. But not all of them will, because information has been collected. Evidence. Yeah. As I said that, we've got a letter. Here's the correspondence that I was saying I felt has gone to that energy there, military. So they might have surrendered. So we had the parachutes before as well. Ace of Pentacles is about money, investments. So exposing their investments. That's come out there. But now also they are going to be, ordered to pay compensation. Yeah, again we've got the two energies who are very loving, caring, acting from the heart, making this happen. And again we got that unhappiness. I feel a lot of people have sort of stayed in their homes at times. That's one thing coming out, but I'm also getting courthouse with this suddenly coming through, and we've got a Chariot showing things moving forward. So this stuff happening behind the scenes, as I felt, is something legal. We're being guided to have hope. It says it on this card. Things are shifting behind the scenes. Go with what you feel. Obviously it takes time, but I do feel there is a shift happening. So I've been guided to just pull an oracle card for you all to finish. Hopefully a message of healing and hope, because we had that come out there. So what message do we have for the collective in terms of what's going on with the weather, manipulation, deceit? What can we know for us? Wow. Everyone. Love. Now that's linking with the heart chakra. So this is also a message for the collective to keep your heart chakra open, loving. This is also the couple, the two energies behind the scenes, acting from the heart, and this card also shows that, Ace of Cups. So be in a high vibration with love coming through there. Say what you mean. So again, we've got two energies here. This is the conflict that's been happening behind the scenes, I feel, in terms of those energies, but this is also happening in the collective, I feel, where some of you maybe feel you're unheard. You're trying to tell people what's going on, what you feel is going on, and some don't want to listen. See how she's covering her ear? And you might just find you're hitting a brick wall. They'll see it eventually. You can't change people's opinion easily. You know, there's some people that, I know I've experienced it myself, you try and tell them, try and help them see, they don't want to hear. Because for some people they're not ready. They're too programmed as well by the system in terms of what they think's true. Like, oh, what you read in the press must be true, is what they think. You know, they're still at that stage, whereas many people know what you read is not true. In fact, just flip it. You know, the opposite will be true, for example. But they'll get there in the end with this, you know, when the truth comes out, those people are going to be quite shocked, and we need to be there for them with love, an open heart, not saying I told you so, but just having compassion for them. Because remember, we're all at different stages in terms of our growth, spiritual growth. Anything else? At the same time though, you're being guided to be honest. Say what you want to say to people. Don't feel censored. Okay, that one. Courage, yeah. Wow, that flew out on hope. Have hope and have courage in terms of speaking up. That's really the message here. See, here are the people who don't want to hear what you have to say. They're sort of hiding in the shadows. You know, they're basically in fear. In a low vibration, they don't want to hear the truth, although their soul might know. And this is you, a lot of you watching. You're a light worker. You've found your way out of the woods. You see the truth already. And we're now there to guide the way for these other energies, like I'm getting lost souls with that image there, and help them when the time comes. You might even find they come to you and tell you, wow, you know, this has happened, that's happened. It's all stuff that you already know and you've already told them. But again, just have compassion, because I'm just getting that programming coming out again. You know, people's minds very confused. This is also showing us behind the scenes, by the way. Some people have had to be very courageous and say what they know is happening, confront people, you know, with love, Obviously they've had to collect evidence along the way. And those other energies doing it are just, they're like that. They're in fear. Those energies going up to the sky. I'm just getting programming for them as well. It's interesting that keeps coming through. Programming. Maybe even hypnotism. So they don't necessarily know what they've been doing. Getting like bots. People who don't act with love from the heart. Now the light workers are coming out. This is where the shift in the collective is happening. The tables are turning. So I'm going to leave that there, everyone. Really hope you got some hope and clarity from this reading. Stay positive, stay in the light. Hold the light. He's holding the light. That keeps coming out in my readings, as you'll know. Thanks so much for being here. Leave a comment in terms of what you feel is happening as well. I'll be back to do another reading soon. Sending peace, love and light to you all.